All right, we're back. Same idea, same cheat code. We have the Ben rule, BE equals N, right? And we're just going to bounce back and forth between the base form and the logarithm form. Once again, logs always have a base. They are equal to an exponent, and the number is going to go in parentheses. So this time, if we're starting with the log, right, we'll use that Ben rule. Our base is 10. The exponent is on the other side of the equal sign, so that's going to be a 2. And the number goes over here. So it's BEN, base exponent number, right? My number is 100. The exponent is 2. The base is 10. And it makes sense because 10 squared is 100. So there'll be a question on a question on your quiz where you go from the base, the exponential form, to the logarithm form. And there's going to be a question where you go from the log form to a base form. And the cheat code you're going to use is just going to be the Ben rule. So this next one is going to have a base of 7, the exponent is 2, and the number is going to be 49, which makes sense because 7 squared is 49. The next one's got some negatives and some weird things like that, but we're still just going to use our base and our exponent, and it's equal to the number. And that's what I'm going to have you type in on your calculator or on your computer. One thing I do want to make note of, you can't write an exponent in Google. So what you're going to need to do for like this, let's do this problem in particular. This is going to be base 5, the exponent is 1, and the number is 5. So the way you would write this on Google, you would say 5 and use the power of button, which happens to be Shift 6, and it looks like a caret like that. So 5 to the power of 1 equals 5. That's how you would type it in. If you were typing in the log, what we're going to do is we're going to say log, and then you're going to write a parenthesis and then say the word base 5, and then the number is the number 1 equals 5, and you would write it like that. Log base 5, 1 equals 5. And you don't need that close parenthesis. And take that off. We're just going to say the number 5, just like that. For the next one, if I were to write that, like if my answer was log base 12.1, like on the last video, you would say log base 12. The number is 1, and it's equal to 0. And then if you're writing it in as an exponent, the base is 12, the exponent is 0, and it's equal to the number 1. So on your Google quiz, we would say 12 to the power of 0 equals the number 1. And that's how you would type it in to your quiz. Same thing down here. We can't exactly say the word base. This is what's known as a subscript. And I don't know why. I think it's kind of silly that Google hasn't figured out how to do subscripts. The exponent is what's known, here we'll bring it over here, as a superscript. Just like Superman can fly, that exponent can fly, or a subway goes underground. So the subscript is underground. It's a little bit lower. Anyway, I'll go over that again here in a little bit. Let's do some practice problems. So on this one, they want you to go from a log to a base. So I'm going to hit pause here for just a second. I'll let you guys pause it, do your own thing. I'm going to finish some tea here. That was long enough for you to pause and try these problems on your own. So hopefully you did so. Now I'm going to go over them to see if you got the same answer that I get. My base is 10, the exponent is 1, and the number is 10. Remember, this is going to be our base, this is our number, and this is the exponent. So we're writing it in the Ben rule. Base, exponent, number. Let's do the next one, same idea. We have a base, our number, and the logs are always equal to the exponent, and logs always have a base. And then the last thing, the number is what's left over, and that's definitely going to go in the parentheses. So if we're doing this one, we have a base of 12, the exponent is 2, and 12 squared is 144, so that makes sense. When you're typing that into Google, you would say 12 to the power of 2 equals 144, and that would be your answer for your quiz. There'll be questions just like that. Let's take a look at the next one. We have a base of 1/2. Our exponent is -3, and our number is 8. So we have 1/2, and I'm going to put it in parentheses because it's a fraction. We'll go -3 equals 8. So if I was on Google, I would say 1/2 to the power of -3 equals 8. There we go. All right. A couple more videos on this fun. We'll do some practice problems, that kind of thing. We have a couple more things to teach. And you'll be all set. I think we're going to solve for x on one of these problems. But you're just bouncing from a base to a log and from a log to a base. All right. We'll see you in the next video. Go team.